Eating Pretty has changed so much over the years. It actually started as ghetto Word doc documents. I put it on Facebook as a $99 weight loss challenge, and I got 50 women in my first weekend. And in my little young entrepreneurial mind thought, this is it, I have made it. And little did I know I had the craziest journey over the next 5 years. But in that moment, I was a happy girl. I ended up working with 400 women over the summer, which was wonderful and drove me crazy all at the same time, because 400 different personalities of women all having your personal email address and asking you every dieting question under the sun with many different tones and takes on what you're teaching. It was difficult, and it was definitely a lesson. And so I kind of walked away from that experience that summer and knew that I wanted to put out my message on a big scale. And so really worked hard on developing a website that could accommodate the masses, and it could accommodate the thousands of women in the dozens of countries that I've worked with today. Before that was even a sparkle in my eye, I designed my website that way. So I was lucky in that way. So structurally, it has changed a ton. Personally, I think it's changed even more, because when Eating Pretty was born, I was still competing in fitness shows and eating high protein, low carb, and that was the only way in my mind, and that's what I taught people. And when I decided to step back from competitions, and my body also decided to step back from competitions and rebound, and the only way in my mind that I thought I could look good is if I went back to being extreme, but physically and mentally and everything inside of me wouldn't let me do that. But there was this inner turmoil of, you must be extreme to look good, but no, you're like, I can't. And I did a really good job of keeping myself small for a long time, and small not physically, but small meaning hiding behind this Eating Pretty facade, and knowing that there was something more, and there was something more that I wanted to teach women, but not really knowing it myself yet. There was this space for a while where I just really wasn't sure. I was always doubting the business and wondering if I had maybe taken the wrong path. And it wasn't until very recently that I realized that, health is so much more than being extreme, and that all of us have been extreme. We live in a day and age where it's magic protein powders, pills, machines to work out with. Everything is supposed to be magic and overnight. And a lot of them are, but unfortunately none of them are something that you can keep up all the time. And so you do these things and you get to these dream body shapes, and then you take one look at a piece of pizza, you don't even have to eat it, and you gain 10 pounds, and it's a lot harder to lose. And so finding that balance of eating healthy, whole foods, pretty foods. Eating Pretty to me is pretty foods, pretty whole foods that the earth has provided us with, things that nature gives us. And so pretty eating, and then working out and not working out, squat till you puke. I mean, if that's your thing, great. But if it's not, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's swimming, maybe it's walking, but it's, getting that body moving. And then thirdly, it's liking yourself for who you are and having enough guts to stand up and say, I am beautiful, and I work hard, but I also enjoy myself, and I love my friends and delicious food, and taking a time out, and that's who I am, and I'm beautiful for it. And for me, that's the space of ultimate joy and happiness. And so I love to get my clients to their ideal body shape, but then I also love them to get into a place of enjoyment with life. So they're staying at their ideal body shape, but then really living life. So the business has obviously grown tremendously since I started on my vanity journey.